All right, hello, sixth graders. Today is Wednesday, and our topic is Egypt and the Nubians. Today we're going to be answering the question, who were the Nubians? Today we're going to move on to talking about a great African kingdom, a neighbor of Egypt to the south. This neighbor is known as the Kingdom of Kush. Kush is also called Nubia. So when you hear Kush and Nubia, know that they are the same exact place. The country where Kush was located is now called Sudan. The African kingdom of Nubia was located to the south of Egypt, closer to where the Nile River started. In this area, there was plenty of fertile soil and rainfall. Kush was known for being a society that herded cattle or cows. Go ahead and answer question number 1 on your page. How can we best describe Nubian society? Because they were major trading partners, Egypt and Nubia shared a lot of similar culture, especially when it came to religion. Both societies called their rulers pharaohs, and both believed that their pharaohs were gods sent to the earth. But in Nubia, it was more common for the rulers to be queens, not kings. Aside from their pharaohs, Nubians and Egyptians believed in most of the same gods, although Nubians added a few, such as a lion god. Why was there so much cultural diffusion? First of all, let me explain what the word cultural diffusion means. Cultural diffusion is when culture spreads from one place to another. So, for instance, the Egyptians and the Nubians sharing parts of their culture, that's an example of cultural diffusion because one culture was brought from one place to another, and that new place adopted that culture. So it's when culture spreads and is shared. Why was there so much cultural diffusion? Well, study the map. What inference can you make about Egypt and Kush? Answer question number 2. Why was there so much cultural diffusion between Egypt and Nubia? Aside from their pharaohs, Nubians and Egyptians Aside from trade, Egypt and Nubia had close relationships in other ways. Young Nubians went to study in Egypt and brought back Egyptian customs to their homes. Nubian and Egyptian young people became friends when they traveled, and sometimes even got married to one another. Answer question 3. How did Egyptian culture spread to Nubia? Cultural diffusion can happen not just from trade and travel, but also war. When the pharaohs from Egypt conquered Nubia, Egyptian culture spread to Nubian people. This is when pyramids were built. Nubian art looked like Egyptian art, and Egyptian gods were highly praised. When Nubian pharaohs ruled Egypt, of course Nubian culture also spread to Egypt. Answer question 4. What's another way Egyptian culture spread to Nubia? All in all, cultural diffusion happened between Egypt and Nubia because of trade, military conquest, and close relationships, even marriage between the people of the two cultures. Make sure all questions are answered on your page. Be prepared to discuss and keep it 100, sixth graders.